All around this empty town, I'm searching for the lost and found. But you don't care, you're unaware. Keep moving like the scars aren't even there. It's in the air, like a blazing flare. Don't stare, cause the flames will burn us. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. I used to kiss your head when you cried for me. Hold your hand while the pain was over. Keep you warm by the roaring sea. You meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. My darling dear, you're never here. When I'm in pain, you hide and disappear. Like shadows in the atmosphere, charting the stratosphere. Yeah. I prayed for you and kept you near, in hopes you'd chase away my fears. I'm on my own, you made it so, and now I'm chasing nightmares. I used to run with you through the great big leaves, laugh at you when you laugh at me. Hope for us because I believe the home was just you and me. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, I'm gonna do this on my own. No point in blaming you, you did not know. Oh, I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, I'm gonna do this on my own. No point in blaming you, you did not know. Oh, I'm gonna do this on my own. No point in blaming you, you did not know. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me.
Well, how's it going, everybody? We got a lot to discuss about this Money in the Bank pay-per-view. Was it a good show? Yes, it was a good show. Do I give it a 10 out of 10? No. I don't give it a 10 out of 10. I'd say I give it a 6 out of 10. Because some of you, let me adjust this, some of you are not getting the point. You're not getting the point. The point of it is the mystique of Roman Reigns is gone. It's gone. I have people literally fucking coming at me trying to disagree with me because I guess they think that's cool now. But I'm telling you, it doesn't fucking mean the same. It doesn't mean the same anymore. Do you really think Cody's story, if he when he actually finally beats Roman, is gonna mean the same as if he would Roman not getting pinned? I mean, I don't get it, people. I don't get it. Why the fuck don't you comprehend? Why don't you comprehend this, please? But that's why I'm here to explain it to you. Because if they would have waited to at least WrestleMania, see, WWE has a very big problem. They always seem to speed things up. If this was solely Triple H, he would have waited to WrestleMania. I get it. He has to collaborate with Vince. It's a 50-50 split. I'm sure Vince was the one that said, "Oh, let's get Roman pinned. Let's do it." And Triple H had no choice. I'm sure he's like, "No, I think that's a mistake. We got to wait till WrestleMania because I thought Cody was going to be the guy." You see, how am I supposed to take this tribal chief stuff seriously now that Roman got pinned? When he comes out there and says, "Acknowledge me," that's not going to mean the same anymore. At least to the smart fans, the one that actually remember this stuff. Those of you who forget about it the next day, you're not going to care. But to the majority of us that are actually really invested in this story, we're going to be like, why the fuck should sure, else I like Roman, but he got beat. He got beat. And people are telling me on Twitter, oh, that's not the story. That's not the story. That's not the story. Really? The tribal chief story was nobody beats him. Now what's it going to be? See, that's the problem when you have all this family drama. Eventually, somebody's going to slip up, and Roman slipped up too early. I'm sure he's a team player. He's like, I want to have my cousin go over on me, so that's fine. But I, I just think that's a mistake. I really do. What's a couple more months waiting to WrestleMania so Cody gets his moment? Sure, he could still get his moment. I get what you guys are saying. Believe me, I get what you're fucking saying, that he could still have his moment. But is it going to be the same moment as if he was the one to do everything? No. I don't agree with Roman taking a pin and then taking a loss. It should be two at once. Two at once. Excuse me. Why would he? That just doesn't make sense. Why would he drop the pin and then drop the title? The story is LA Knight got jobbed. Yes, Matt, I'm sure Triple H was the one that wanted him to win. I don't really necessarily have a problem with Damian Priest winning. I really don't. But LA Knight is so hot right now. It's going to be like what they did with Braun Strowman in 2017. Braun was red hot. They didn't capitalize. Then when they finally gave him the title, no one gave a fuck. They're just like, oh, yay, Braun Strowman has the title. It's going to be the same situation if they wait too long with LA Knight. He's he already paid his dues the last 20 years. He got fired. He's about to get fired again. Triple H gave him a new life. Vince comes back. They give him more wins, yes, but this would have been perfect for LA Knight. But that's another story in another day. But the thing is, I wish people would understand that Roman getting pinned, the mystique is all over. I don't know why people are having a problem with this. Oh, it's so cool to see Roman get beat. Okay, but the problem is when Cody finally beats him, we're going to remember Jay beat him. That's what we're going to remember. Do you think, let's see, it's July now, right? So WrestleMania, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. 8 months. Do you think that's enough time versus almost 4 years? I mean, it's not going to mean the same. Why won't people get this through their fucking head? I really don't. It drives me crazy. It really does. It's I just don't understand why Vince McMahon felt the need to pin Roman at a B-level pay-per-view at best. Maybe Cody isn't beating him to begin with. Well, the thing is, if they would have kept Cody unbeatable and then have Cody beat the guy that never lost in 4 years, do you know what would have happened? A lot of the people over on the AEW side would be like, whoa, Cody's making all this money. Cody was the one chosen to beat their top guy in a tribal chief. He's getting pushed to the moon. What am I doing over here? Maybe I should go sign up and be a part of WWE. You know what they're saying now? Well, they fucked Cody up. I might as well stay here. Maybe not all of them, but the majority of them that would have went with Cody are probably starting to think to themselves, oh, maybe I'll just stay home and let Tony Khan pay me. Because if they're screwing Cody up that badly, why should I go over there? Why? I mean, I hope you guys see what I'm getting at. Cody Rhodes is the centerpiece of AEW. He was the founder. His story was to be the guy to dethrone Roman. Yes, that may still happen. But the problem is Roman got beat. Now everybody's going to want Jay to win. And I don't see why people aren't getting it. Like, oh, you think the attention's off Cody? Yes, I do. I do. Oh, well, he's still getting a whoa. Yeah, he may be getting that. But the problem is people saw Jay pin Roman. Now they're going to want Jay to win. Not to say Jay doesn't deserve it. I'm not saying that. But now they're going to want Jay to be the guy to beat Roman. I just don't understand the logic people have on social media. I really don't. And then they come at me and JD because we actually see further down the line than right now. I'm not looking at right now or tomorrow. We're looking at 6 or 7 months down the line. And we're trying to tell you people that it's not the same. It is not going to be the same. You always disagree with us. But then when the time comes, oh shit, they were right. So that's why I'm like, why even argue? Why even argue when you know what the outcome is going to be? You do. Then when that moment comes, you're going to be like, you know what? He was right. I should have listened. You know, it's what we're saying. I could see a year from now. That's why we're successful. Okay, because I could see a year down the line. I'm not looking at next pay-per-view. I'm looking at a year from now when this should have climaxed. And now there's they booked themselves into a corner like they always do. That's what Vince McMahon does. He likes to book himself into a corner and then try to find some cheap way out. That's what he's doing. He wants to find a cheap way out, and he's just going to go along with it. But who's going to care? Who is going to care? Then you got Damian Priest floating around. No one had him a part of any of this. And then they're going to be like, oh, okay. What's he going to do? Go after Seth Rollins? Is that what we're using the briefcase for? He's talking about the Intercontinental title, the United States title. The point of the briefcase was to cash in on the heavyweight champion. Now WWE's like, oh, you could go after any title. Any title. Who wants to get a briefcase just to go after a B-level title? I'm sorry, but if you get the briefcase, you're going to want the World Heavyweight Championship. Or why are you in the business to begin with? Why? If you just want to be Intercontinental Champion, I'm sure you could just go to Adam Pearce and be like, hey, Adam, I want a shot at that title. And I'm sure he'll probably give it to you. I don't understand the logic here. I really, really don't. You saw Damian Priest come out there. You know who he has his sights set on. It's not even anywhere near Roman. Nowhere near Roman Reigns. Nowhere. Nobody wants to cash in on him. But now that they've seen that he got beat, now that they've seen he is human, now Damian Priest probably has in his head, why am I setting my sights on Seth? Roman just got beat. So it is possible I can defeat him. Do you see where I'm getting at? Do you see where I'm getting at? It's more than just a moment. Roman getting beat has everybody probably thinking in their heads, it is possible now. Anybody can step up and beat Roman. Anybody. Before Money in the Bank, people were like, I'm not going anywhere close to Roman. I'm not, if I get the briefcase, I'm not even going to attempt. I'm not even going to attempt to use it on him. But now I bet you if Damian Priest doesn't get a moment on Seth Rollins, he even said it. It's like, oh, the Undisputed Championship has a nice ring to it. See, he's already knows. It is possible he can defeat him. And that's the thing with the Mystique gone. Now people are going to be more willing to step up to Roman as before when he was unbeatable. Nobody wanted to even attempt to have the briefcase or use it on him or at whatever which way. None. I just don't understand why that logic is so hard to understand. And people are saying, oh, Cody's story is just him winning the title. No, it's not. Do you not know the reason Cody was brought back? People were saying, oh, he was brought back just to win the title. There's nothing to it. No, that's not fucking it. Vince McMahon brought Cody Rhodes back because he was the EVP of fucking AEW. He wanted to start swirling some people to want to come to WWE, so he made Cody unbeatable for a year. Perfectly booked. Vince protected Cody so well. And the whole point of that was so he could be the one to dethrone Roman, and then people on AEW side are going to be like, man, Cody is living a dream over there. They're treating him like royalty. He has the top prize in the business. He beat the best in wrestling business right now, which is Roman Reigns. He defeated him. So my contract's coming up with Tony Khan. Fuck Tony, I'm going over to WWE. I see Cody making $3 or $4 million. He's the world champion. He's about to increase his stock and make even more fucking money. So why not? But don't you see they have fucked Cody up so much? Greg and John, hey, how you doing, buddy? They fucked Cody up so much. Now, maybe MJF might still want to go over there. But as far as anybody else on the AEW roster, they're going to be that are behind Cody, that are invested in his story, are now going to see, well, they sped things up and beat Roman. So even if Cody beats Roman, who's going to fucking care? How are you? Good, Greg and John. I hope you're having a good day and you have a good 4th of July coming up. That's tomorrow. Oh, my goodness. But it's just besides the point. People aren't getting why Cody Rhodes was really brought back. I know, JD knows, BC Amplified knows. You know, those of us know that Cody was brought back for a bigger purpose. He was brought back to swirl the tides and have some people that Tony Khan has as his top people to want to come to WWE and sign with Triple H. But they're watching this story closely, and lately, I mean, Cody Rhodes is fucking wrestling Dominic. And not to say anything against Dominic, he's doing a great job as heel, but they're going to be like, what the fuck? Like, what happened to Cody Rhodes between WrestleMania and now? And it's just it's just a clusterfuck. It really is. And I just don't understand why it is so hard for people to want to see what the big problem is with WWE. If it was solely Triple H, it wouldn't be this mess. I honestly believe that. Vince McMahon is just causing too much drama with all these ideas. He really is. He doesn't know what the fuck he is doing. He really doesn't. He only cares about what his eyes want to see. He doesn't care what the fans want to see. And honestly, there's a lot of people upset that Roman got pinned. I was actually shocked. I'm like, oh, well, I thought you guys wanted Roman to lose, but damn, people are really invested in this tribal chief stuff. You'd be surprised how many millions of people did not want Roman to get pinned. And I guarantee you, WWE is going to use the excuse, oh, he got pinned in the UK. He's still unbeatable in the United States. You know that's happening. You know they're going to try to think we're idiots because most of their audience is young people. I get it. They're going to hope they forget. And then they're going to try to use the narrative that, oh, Roman did not get pinned in the United States. I mean, you know, Vince McMahon, he's going to use that till he's blue in the face. Oh, well, I did that in the UK, pal. You know? He's not going to care. He's going to be like, for the next year until whatever Roman drops the title, oh, he's still unbeatable in the United States, everybody. He has not got pinned on U.S. soil. You got to believe me. He just thinks we're fucking stupid. I really don't get it. I really don't get it how he thinks we're that dumb. I'd be like, yo, Vince, I know Roman got pinned. I'm not going to forget 2 weeks from now. You might because you're 79 years old. But we actually pay attention and fuck you. It's just that simple. Like, even the fans were chanting, if you hate Roman, stand up. Not if you have shoes, stand up. If you hate Roman, stand up. Get it right. That's what they were chanting. But it's just like, what? I don't know why this is so hard to comprehend. And then, of all things, then they use John Cena as a catalyst to what they're really thinking. I mean, I love John Cena. I know all of you do. Everyone was happy to see him back. I mean, I had no idea he was going to show up, much like each and everyone else watching. But he's basically telling you what Vince is thinking, and he's using it through John Cena. He's basically saying, oh, Tony's getting all this success with Wembley. Oh, I'm going to do the same thing, pal. But I'm going to have John Cena come out there to overshadow that I'm worried. You know? I mean, you saw it yourself with when WCW, he's like, in his little reaction, oh boy. When Nitro first debuted, you know, he was nervous. So he's probably nervous now, not in the sense of TV wise, but how well they're doing at Wembley. And he used John Cena of all people to come out there and tell you directly to your face. He did. I don't understand why a lot of this is so hard to comprehend. I'm just going to tell you that Roman should have never got pinned. Never. They should have waited a few more months to WrestleMania. But people aren't saying now they're going to want Jey Uso to be the guy to beat Roman. And Cody may not even get another shot. That's what you guys aren't understanding. Cody may not get a shot now because people are going to be behind Jey defeating Roman. So he may not get his moment. They may be moving on from Cody Rhodes being the guy to get his moment. So basically, why is that so hard to think that's not the possibility? It is a possibility that Roman Reigns getting pinned does affect Cody Rhodes. I mean, if he goes after the Undisputed Championship now, are you going to care, or are you going to rather see him go after Seth Rollins in the World Heavyweight Championship? I mean, there's a lot of things to think about. So many things to think about. And that's just one thing that I just like, oh my God, why are people not comprehending this? I really don't understand. But why they chose Money in the Bank, I get it. It's the UK. They wanted to get a big pop. They wanted to have a memorable moment for the UK audience. I get it. Excuse me. But I don't understand why they couldn't have just waited. They could have used some kind of weird finish. The ref was already knocked out. I would rather Solo take the pin. They could have had Solo take the pin and kept Roman's undefeated streak intact. Well, he lost. He was in a tag match. Yes and no. Yes, in that aspect, but no, he didn't get pinned. That would still make him look strong. But now we see him on the fucking floor crying. We see Roman Reigns on the fucking floor crying. Are you going to have that picture in your head and think the tribal chief is actually the real deal? I did not like that image whatsoever. I didn't think that was necessary. And now people are going to be like, why should I acknowledge the tribal chief? Why? Why should I acknowledge it? But WWE did make a right decision. They fucked up LA Knight. That crowd was not happy whatsoever for like the next two matches. But they did make the right decision in Io Sky winning the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. So maybe now we finally get the separation from Damage Control. Hopefully that shit is ending. It is horrible. The ladies aren't horrible. I'm not saying that. They're all very talented. But Damage Control as a group needs to fucking go. It needs to fucking go. Nobody wants to see it. We never wanted to see it to begin with. So hopefully Io Sky winning the briefcase, then they can move on from this bullshit. So hopefully that is the case. And another thing that happened, Shayna Baszler turned on Ronda Rousey, and they lost the titles to Liv and Raquel. Smiley Raquel. She's starting to turn into a fucking Smiley Finn. You remember Finn as the underwear model? He would come out every single week with a big smile on his face doing, and now that's what Raquel is. And I'm just like, oh my God, just don't give these ladies a microphone. Because let me tell you, they're worse than I am. Just when they speak, I'm just like, literally, when they speak, I am just like, oh God, no. That's why I call them, please don't mic up. And I actually got quite a few giggles out of that. And so it's just the way it is. Their promo work is terrible. It's terrible. They could wrestle. I'm not saying they can't wrestle. They're very good in the ring. But as far as giving me a promo and telling me how I should think about them, get out of here. I don't want to see it. Get out of here. Goodbye. See you later. Bye. That's it. And if there's anything else that happened on the show, not really. The rest of the pay-per-view did feel like Monday Night Raw. Outside of the two Money in the Bank matches, outside this Bloodline Civil War, I mean, the rest felt like Raw. But it's like, why are we getting fucking Cody and Dominic on this show? I don't know. I really don't know. And I know this is going to be a very unpopular decision here, but I don't give a shit. But Seth Rollins and Finn Balor sucked. I'm sorry. That match was terrible. You had Finn Balor do all those beatdowns, and the match didn't deliver whatsoever. And I'm just like, yeah, we all knew Seth was going to win and retain the title, but you could have at least made a good match out of it. Did they? No. Of course they didn't. They did not make a good match out of it. And I'm just like, okay, whatever, bye. I mean, the match was over before I could blink. I mean, not that quickly, but you know what I mean. They could have saved that for Monday Night Raw. So Seth and Finn Balor, Cody and Dominic could have been used for Monday Night Raw. I mean, this pay-per-view went over 4 hours. So I'm just like, were some of these matches really necessary? They could have just had the two ladder matches, the Bloodline Civil War, and maybe one of those matches, and I would have been A-okay with it. It would have actually been a higher rated show. But because they had to throw in to get 7 matches on the card, half of it sucked. It really did. The women's tag team title match sucked. Seth and Finn Balor was terrible. Cody and Dominic was subpar. These were all Monday Night Raw level type matches. The Money in the Bank matches were awesome with the women and the men. Those were amazing. WWE produced them very well. In the Bloodline Civil War, that was a good match, but it took a really long time for it to get going before you got all the kickouts and close finishes and all that stuff. But that's just the way they produce Roman Reigns matches. And that's fine, especially when he usually wins. But I just did not like him getting pinned. But that's pretty much everything that happened. The UK crowd is what really made every single match feel special. Because they were lively, they were paying attention, they were invested. You saw nobody on their fucking phone. I was looking all through the audience. I did not see one person doing this. And people are like, oh, well, they don't get wrestling all the time, so they care more. No, if you're at a wrestling show, that's how we should be acting. We should not be trying to get a picture of everybody. We should not be trying to get viral moments on our social media. You pay all that money, you should be invested in being there. I know when I go, I really want to enjoy what's going on in the PLE. I'm not going to go all the way fucking there just to be sitting on my hands and knees. So I appreciate the UK crowd. They really kept you awake. They really kept you wanting more. Every single match was important to them. So, hey, that's fine. But for those of us watching at home, there are some matches we really didn't care for. And that's the difference between America and the UK. Huge difference. They're more into wrestling than we are. And people say, oh, how could you say that? Because too many of us are doing this. We're not actually watching the match. When I go to a concert or something, I really don't want to pull out my phone because I really would like to see the experience. When you're recording it, you're not really seeing the experience. You're more worried about what you're getting on here. So how are you truly enjoying yourself? That's just my main purpose of that. I just wanted to share that with you guys. But Monday Night Raw is tonight, so I will see you back for that. Hopefully, Rhea and Natalya actually get a match this time, Vince. Can they get a match this time, please? Because I'm getting really sick and tired of these 2-minute matches between the two. They deserve a chance to shine. They deserve to have a spotlight. Give them 10 minutes. Is that really hard? You got a 3-hour fucking show. I mean, why is that so hard for the old man to give the matches that need 10 to 15 minutes, only give them like 2 minutes, 3 minutes? Who the fuck knows? I really don't understand. But that was the Money in the Bank post show, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I don't want to take too much more of your time. I'm sorry I was a little rowdy today, but I fucking did not like that decision of Roman getting pinned whatsoever. I didn't like it. I thought that was a mistake. I thought they should have waited, and they would have had a better result for Cody Rhodes if they were actually going to pull the trigger on Cody being the one to dethrone Roman Reigns. That's it. This is my opinion. But anyways, guys, before we get out of here, if you can, I'd really appreciate it if you can hit the thumbs up on this video. Just takes you a second. It would really help me out. I appreciate it. If you're new, please subscribe. That's totally free. You can spread the word, share the video, download the video, do whatever you got to do. I just hope you guys have a good 4th of July. Try not to set off too many fireworks for your neighbors. Just kidding. I mean, if that's what you want to do, fine. But anyways, happy 4th of July, everybody. I will see you back tonight for Monday Night Raw on Twitter. Hope you guys have a good night, and I'll talk to you soon. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Have a great day, everyone, and I'll talk to you later.